I wanted to discuss this topic because I don't think people pay much attention towards it. So, right now, if I say space science and engineering and space technology and rocket science, what name comes to you? Well, to some, it might be ISRO, but to most, NASA is the word that you have heard all around, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of Indians heard about NASA before they heard about ISRO. Pretty sure, right? Okay. NASA is the epitome of science, technology, space engineering, right? But how did it start, right? Now, everybody hates Nazis. That's one thing that everybody agrees with, right? Nobody even has that mustache that Hitler once had because that's how much people hate Nazis, right? They are super racist, of course. Why wouldn't you hate them? But there was one Nazi that you want to pay attention towards, and that was von Braun. He was the head of a V2 project, which was Hitler's ambitious project to create intercontinental ballistic missile, but it started with long range ballistic missile. So before this, the world had only known rockets, and rockets had solid propellants, and you can burn it, light it on fire, and it will have a trajectory. And with that, that's it. It is going to fall based on its starting momentum. But what von Braun wanted to do, and he got his project early, I think post 1936 or so, his talents were already being discovered, and he got handed over the project to create long distance ballistic missiles. And how these ballistic missiles are different from your normal rockets is that it will be having navigation and guidance, and it will be working on liquid propellants. It will be having two different propellant. One will be the oxidizer, one will be the fuel, and a lot of times this is hypergolic. That means that the moment they touch, they go through combustion, and that creates energy, and that creates propulsion. And a lot of times they combine and it does not burn instantly, that is, it is not hypergolic, and in that case you will need to provide a spark and then it burns. The cryogenic engines today work in that fashion. That means you need to have a kind of what you call spark plug in an internal combustion engine of your automobiles. But a lot of earth storable liquid engines are hypergolic, but that's not the point. The point is that it is not using solid propulsion or solid propellants. The thing about solid propulsion is that once you light it on fire, it's a bunch of chemical, right? So once you light it on fire, you cannot stop it. It's going to be burning till all the fuel is gone. But liquid, you can throttle it, right? That happens in your cars as well. Like you throttle, when you press the pedal, you're putting more fuels into the engine, there's more combustion, there's more power generated. So liquid engines are a lot more controllable. And another good thing about liquid engine is that you do not have to worry it exploding while you're trying to transport it. So I'm pretty sure you have never seen it, but when they try to transport a solid state, they're going to go super slow. A single spark can burn it all, and like I said, once it starts burning, it's not going to stop until it's all done. So the good thing about liquid engines is that you can transport it in full speed because it does not have a fuel, because liquid fuels can be filled up later as well. So these were some of the advantages of these ballistic missiles. Nobody talked about space exploration at that time. And the leader of this project, or the head or the director of this project, was von Braun. So, not to mention that he was a Nazi. He created first V1 rockets, and then finally, what you might know of is the V2 rocket. V stands for Wagentunschaft, which in German means vengeance. Now, Hitler wanted to get revenge, and his idea of these ballistic missiles was that I'm going to win this war in the final moment. A lot of these V2 rockets actually fell on London, killed few people, but the point is that these rockets were not that effective. Basically, you want it to fall in a position A, but it falls somewhere else. So if you cannot control it that well, there's not much point. A lot of time they exploded on the launch pad itself, so destroyed the facility itself, killed their people more than They kill the enemies. I don't remember the numbers properly. It was bad. It was like you need one rocket to kill one enemy person or one civilian or so. It was bad. It was not that effective. But that, my friends, was the birth of everything that you know about rocket science and space propulsion. That's where it all started. And we hate to admit it, it was started by a Nazi. And that's the truth. Nobody can deny that.